April 16th brings the full moon in April, and this full moon is in the sign of Libra. The April full moon is most commonly known as the pink full moon, but it also goes by the names the hair full moon and the egg full moon. The name pink full moon has nothing to do with the shade of the moon that you'll see in the sky, and actually refers to the blossoms that are in bloom in early April, specifically the phlox plant, whose pink blooms blossom in early spring. This is why it is the pink full moon. But also you can see that the name the egg full moon refers to birds laying eggs and new life beginning. So this full moon is very much about new beginnings, new starts, and more welcoming in of that spring season in the Northern Hemisphere. Some of the themes around this full moon are opening your heart and opening your mind. This is a time for pausing and thinking about what you say and what you share, and trying to focus in more on listening and truly listening to others. It is also a time for focusing in on collaboration. Let go of ideas of comparison or competition and think about how you can collaborate to create new things or come to new understandings. And this full moon really invites us to maybe work together with or listen more to those that we may often butt heads with. Again, this is a time for collaborating, and that is collaborating with others that maybe we don't always see eye to eye with. So now on to some ideas for how to honor this full moon in April. The first idea is to try to limit some of your social media usage around this full moon phase. And the full moon phase begins the evening before the full moon, the evening of, and the evening after. So it's sort of this 3-evening span. Maybe try to limit your engagement on social media. Pull back a little bit. Again, this is a time for thinking about what you want to share, being really intentional with what we say and what we share. And sometimes social media can just feel like we always have to post, feel like we always have to say something, feel like we always have to be in the conversation. So by pulling back a bit, this will give you time to really pause and reflect on who you are and what you want to share. This is a wonderful time for focusing in on collaborations. So think about what is something that maybe you need some help with, or you know could be improved if you collaborate with others. Think about what that might be, and then maybe think of some people you'd like to collaborate with. And if you are brave enough, maybe do that first bit of outreach to see if they would like to collaborate on a new project with you. Again, it's very important to release any expectations of competition. Sometimes that can just kick in naturally. You want to let that go. No competitive feelings, no comparison, just trying to collaborate to create something new, or even just to make a new understanding. Another idea is to really welcome in this feeling of new beginnings with this spring season that's still unfolding itself in front of us. And you may want to really cleanse your space of some of the negative energy that may be just hanging around in your home or your apartment. Some people do this during the spring equinox. It's a wonderful time to really cleanse the energy. But I think this full moon also really invites us to either do it again or to do it for the first time. One of the easy ways to cleanse some of the energy that's in your space is to just go around and open the windows. Let some more fresh air in. Let the air move around your home space. Another easy way to do it is to use scents that you really like. And since this is a time of new beginning, if you have an essential oil of rosemary, this can be a great time for just diffusing some rosemary into your living space, because rosemary invites new beginnings. I'll link down below to a video I made about cleansing your home space if you want some more ideas for how you can do that during this full moon. During the April new moon, I shared a video, and I'll link down below, to how it is a wonderful time for beginning a new intention or a new goal, and to keep that new intention or goal for the next 6 months until October. This full moon is a wonderful time for maybe stopping to reflect on what might be holding you back from still working towards that intention or working towards that goal. This can be a limiting belief that's really keeping you from fully working towards that goal or intention. So during this full moon phase, you may want to carve out some time to quietly reflect on some limiting belief or beliefs that may be holding you back at this time. And then once you are able to recognize what they are, it's time to release them. And a simple way to do that will be to write out the limiting belief or beliefs that are holding you back. Write this out on a piece of paper, fold it up, and then tear it all up. If you can safely, you may want to burn the piece of paper, but of course you want to make sure you have a fire-safe container and do that very safely. Or you can just tear it up and then throw it away in your recycling to release it out of yourself and out of your home. And during this full moon phase, we want to make sure that we're still keeping up with the affirmation we may have created for the April new moon, focusing in again on that goal and that intention. I'll link down below to that video of how to create an affirmation. And if you hadn't done one yet, you may want to just take the full moon period to think about what that goal or intention may be, while also releasing what may be holding you back. And once the full moon phase is over, you may want to then set that intention, set that goal, and begin your affirmation then. And lastly, this is a full moon that's focusing in on opening our heart and opening our minds and listening to others. So during this full moon phase, try to really listen to others, not jump to conclusions, allow others to express themselves, and try to come to some understanding of where someone may be coming from. Maybe there's someone in your life that there's been a lot of misunderstanding with, and it may be time to just pause, reflect, and really listen to what they're saying. So those were a few ideas for how you can honor this full moon in April. I hope this video inspired you to do something to carve out space to really tune into the full moon that's happening on April 16th. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and hit the bell so you always know when there's a new video. Thanks so much for spending time with Gently Being.